Biographic profile. When we want to have the mission of Amma, we must introduce the sketch of the biography of the mother of all, Anasuya Devi. It is very much essential that her entire biography can be classified into 6 major zones. One is 1923 to 1929. This is the first 6 years age wherein she had spent with her mother. From 1929 to 1936, she stayed till her marriage, centering her activity at Bapatla of Guntur district. And from 1936 to 1941 is the initial stage of her marital life. From 1941 to 1958, this is the first stage of her life at Jillelamudi, where from she is more known as the mother of Jillelamudi or Jillelamudi Amma. And from 1958 to 1973, so many people have visited Amma. This is making her lifted up to the level of the globe. And from 1973 to 1985, the mother is having so many followers throughout the world. These 6 stages clearly indicate 6 biographical zones wherein, starting from the childhood till the departure from this physical world, she is presented and presenting herself as a module for realization, understanding the spirituality, appreciating the mundane world, and understanding the supremacy of the nature and the impact of the grand silence. And if we clearly identify and justify some of the aspects of her life in the biographical scale, that particular thing we can see that from 1923, April 28th is her birth. On that very day, she has expressed her divine identity to the midwife called as Gola Nagamma. It's a great event, and that Nagamma has got a manifestation of the divine image. And from 1923 to 1936, of these 13 years of age, she has so many aspects of yogic experience, and she had opened the world and its doors to have a realization. The exposure of Padmasana and declaration that she will be the mother, and she is identified as understanding the nature, and she is having an involuntary pranayama, inquiry into the very presence of the God and godliness, and inquiry into the nature, light and elements, and many experimentations with Panchamrutas, Panchabhutas, and also her very classic experience about giving the details of the birth, death, rebirth, action, reaction, chain reaction, refract action. All these things, they were very clearly understood by the mother. She had gone through as a girl of 13 years into the secrets of the nature. She had understood the secrets of the nature so to that extent that she can have a manifestation on her own. She got manifestation as Bala Tripura Krishna, Narasimha, Rama, and many people had many varieties of expectations for her. And she was never proud of getting exposed to the world. She wanted to have an understanding of equilibrium with serenity, calmness, purification, and beyond the things. And this particular 13 years of age is considered to be very significant. And we can see from her own dictation, Jivita Mahodadhi, that she could identify the universe in the man and the man in the universe. She had laid down the path of the consciousness, the tool of silence, and the goal of the grand vacuum. In 1936, on 5th of May, she got married. Her marital life started. The beginning of her marital life is very significant, and she had a very committed opinion about the marriage. Marriage is not simply a social institution for Anasuya Devi. It is a cosmic institution wherein the energy and the nature, they have their own appreciation with the grand vacuum. The energy and nature are called as Prakriti, and the grand vacuum is called as Purusha. And their marital life is laying down a good character building for their future generations. And on the fourth month of 17th day in 1941, she had come to a hamlet called Jillallamudi, and there she was considered to be the wife of a village headman, and she started her marital career there, and then gradually came out to the world. In 1958, she had an initiation to mantra, and she initiated some people to mantra, and afterwards she never had gone to that extent. And in 1958, on August 15th, she has started a common kitchen called Annapurnalaya. It is considered to be one of the landmarks in the biography of the mother. And in 1966, on 5th of May, she married a woman called Vasundhara. This marriage does not mean a revolutionized trend of certain contemporary American style. It is indicative of the practical example of the Purushottama Tattva turning into Ardhanarishwara Tattva. And in 1968, April, she lost her daughter, Haimavati. In 1969, her elder son got married. In 1973, her younger son got married. In 1981, she lost her husband. In 1985, she left the world. This entire biographical zones can be classified into the state of seedling from 1923 to 1936, the dormitory stage from 1936 to 1958, the functional state 1953 to 1973, and the state of glorification from 1973 to 1985. During these 4 stages, she could reach to the level of the mother of all.